10 years ago today, a gunman shot and killed 2 people and injured several others at the Tennessee Unitarian Universalist Church in West Knoxville. Natalie Levasseurs' husband was inside.
And she told 10 News reporter Sean Franklin that day changed her life. Sean?
That's right, Daniel. Beth, after the shooting, she became a chaplain for the Knoxville Police Department. The role of the chaplain is to help people during some of the worst days of their lives. For the Tennessee Unitarian Universalist Church, 10 years ago today was no exception.
July 27, 2008 is a day Natalie Levasseurs will never forget.
For me, it's been Kennedy's assassination, 9/11, and the shooting at TVUUC.
Her husband was at the Tennessee Unitarian Universalist Church in West Knoxville when a gunman shot and killed 2 people and injured several others.
I replay what happened. I see posts on the internet from people who were injured. They're living with the physical part of it. I'm just living with the emotional part.
She made it through that painful day with help from the Knoxville Police Department's chaplain corps. Now, she's decided it's her turn to help. She recently graduated from the chaplain training program. They help victims at crime scenes who are going through a trying time or an officer dealing with emotional stress.
There's a lot of, this is what people need. Be present with them as a caring person, because disasters make people feel so isolated.
Caring about people, to be a light even on the darkest of days.
It's how to move toward the tragedy in a positive way.
The chaplain coordinator says that day in 2008 was terrible, but she's proud of Natalie and her response to it. Daniel, Beth.
Sean, thanks. And there are so many stories of strength that stem from that tragic day 10 years ago. For one teenage survivor, she's using her experience to advocate for gun control in Knoxville. Zoe Brookshire Risley was the student leader for our local March for Our Lives and school walkouts earlier this year, and she's not stopping.
I plan on doing this work until the work is done, until no one else has to share their story like this.
We'll take a look back at the day of that shooting and how the tragedy is fueling change in Knoxville. That's tonight on The Night Beat.